Hello, everyone. It is currently August 10th, 2018, 9:41 a.m., and I'm about to do my top 9 Halloween movies. And I say top 9 because I am excluding Halloween 3 and the new one that's coming out because, as we all know, it is not out yet, and I am super pumped to see it. And the reason I'm doing this list is because I'm super pumped, and I've been wanting to do my top 9 Halloween list, like, for the public to see, because I just want to give out my opinions and shit, and I'm gonna just get started. Well, before I get started, I want to say that Halloween 3 is a good movie. It's just, there's no Michael. It pissed off everybody, but on its own, like, if they just made it, like, Season of the Witch, like, if that was just the title, I'm sure people would really enjoy that movie. They would probably got, like, 5 more, like, stars added to it on IMDb. Number 9, Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. I put this at number 9 because I really hate this movie so much. It is one of the worst movies that I've ever seen, in my opinion. The acting in it was not good. Paul Rudd does his best, to make a crazy Tommy Doyle. And it's his first movie, so you can't blame him for that. But everybody else is just so bad. Michael, the only good thing about Michael in this movie is that he's just killing, and that's all he does in the movie. I mean, that's all he ever does, but in this one it just seems like it's very forceful, more than a lot of other ones. But another good thing in this movie is Donald Pleasence. He always does a great job in the movies, and it's his last one. Rest in peace. Halloween 6, it's just so boring to sit through. I hate, like, sitting through it. You basically have to pay me to watch it. I have the movie on DVD. I watched it the other day, and I realized why it was so bad, because I haven't seen it in a long time. I was like, oh, maybe it's not the worst one, but it definitely is the worst one. And yeah, I wouldn't recommend this one. You can watch all the other ones besides this one. Well, maybe the next one you don't have to watch, but Halloween 6 is definitely the worst, in my opinion. Number 8, Resurrection. This movie, I put this at number 8 because I thought this movie was entertaining to the point I can watch it, and that's why I put it at number 8. But other than that, the story is terrible, the characters in it are terrible, the ending is terrible, where he opens up his eyes and it's like, oh, they're gonna make another one? I don't think so, not after that bullshit. Busta Rhymes probably did his best job he could in this movie because he's a fucking rapper, and rappers aren't supposed to be in movies unless you're like a good actor and you're a rapper, but proving to be that he's not. Yeah, Resurrection was just bad. Tyra Banks, she's bad in this movie, really, really bad. I don't like her in this movie at all. I don't like any other characters. The only kill I like in this movie is the one where the lady gets her head chopped off. Now, that one was entertaining for me to watch the most, but other than that, this movie was just bad. Number 7, Halloween 2, 2009. Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie started off probably really okay. I really enjoyed watching the first part up until after Michael cuts the guy with the bullhorn in his neck. I do love the kills in every Rob Zombie Halloween and in all of his other movies too. But once the dream sequences started coming, I really did not enjoy this movie. But the kills kept me watching it, and that's why I put it at number 7. If this movie had bad kills, it might be at number 8 or 9, but this one wasn't good. I like how Octavia Spencer agreed to do this movie. She seems like she's, like, too good for it, but, Halloween 2, she's like, I might get paid a lot. And I don't know if she did. She probably did, though. She's probably one of the highest paid actresses in that movie. Yeah, the kills were good. That's the best thing about it. And when Annie dies, and then when Brad Dourif finds, or Sheriff Brackett, I just like saying the actor's name in, general, or, I mix it up a couple times, but when Sheriff Brackett finds Annie, that actually is very sad. It got to me, and because you see in Halloween 4 and 5, and you see her die in this one, and you see her play in the first one where she almost dies, the first remake, and you see her just die brutally in this one. It's just sad. But other than that, it wasn't a good story. The fucking horse ruins it for me, and the way that Michael looks like a fucking hobo ruins it. The way he doesn't wear a fucking mask. The way he says die at the end to Sam Loomis. It wasn't... That ruined it, too. There are a lot of things ruined it for this movie, but the kills, the sadness of Annie's death, and the beginning part where a guy gets his neck cut open, I do like that. I love gore. Number 6, Halloween 5. Halloween 5 was when it started to get really bad. Halloween 5, the mask was bad compared to Michael Myers in his original self, but the mask was still scary in my opinion. Like, I'm not really scared by any of these movies, just the first one. Halloween 5, it just, I don't know, the characters in it were terrible. They killed Rachel right off the bat. Like, if you want to have a character that survived through all that shit in Halloween 4 and you just kill her like 20 minutes in or something, I don't even know. You can't do that. Tina was the most annoying character in the whole franchise, in my opinion, worse than Busta Rhymes and Tyra Banks. I was glad when she died. I rooted for Michael. I was like, stab her, and she did, and he did, and you know, everyone gives a big applause in the theaters. I don't know, I didn't see it in theaters because I wasn't alive then, but Jamie, she's a mute. I don't really like that, in my opinion. It just made it like really weird, and it started to get really fucked up with the Curse of the Thorn. I hate the Curse of the Thorn, how that happened. Halloween 6, that it was just all about that, and it made it really bad. Halloween 5 starts it off, basically. I know Halloween 4 was allegedly the beginning of it because Jamie, but the kills in it were good. Basically where Michael puts the rake on the car and it's like a nails on a chalkboard, that bothers me, but like in a good way. Like, oh god, like you can't sit through it because the noise it makes. And the blonde bitch, she was annoying. The guy with the blonde hair too, he was annoying. The guy with the car, he did a good job of being an asshole. I liked him, but Rachel did good. Donald Pleasance, he's doing amazing. Who else? Michael did a pretty good job in the movie. He kept it simple. He didn't really do anything too crazy. Yeah, so that's number 6. Number 5, Halloween 2007, the remake. I put this at number 5 because I do like this movie, but I don't like it as much as the other movies I put before it, because it's too much. Rob Zombie put too much into this. The backstory of Michael Myers, of how he like had a reason to kill, bothered me. Like in the original, he had no reason. He was just a walking physical mass who just killed. Basically, that's what those put on this earth. But yeah, that wasn't good. The kills in it were good though. I do like the mask too, but there's a little bit too much sex and gratuity in it. You guys might think that's not a bad complaint, but you can overdo sex, in my opinion, in movies, and that he just overdid it. And just seeing Jamie naked in this one kind of made me feel awkward after seeing her as a kid in 4 and 5. Yeah, Malcolm McDowell, he does a good job, and I forgot to say that in Halloween 2, he did a good job in there. Like, he's a good actor. I don't see why you wouldn't like Malcolm McDowell. Clockwork Orange, one of the best movies made of all time. I do like his height in this movie. I like how tall and how strong he is, but it's still not as good as the OG, like, 6'1" shape, and he's, like, slim. It's just more creepy that way, because he's just more normal looking, but he's just a big guy. He still looks like a hobo in this one. I don't know. They could have cut his hair. I guess the guy probably would have died if he put scissors near him, so maybe not. Number 4, Halloween H2O. Or Halloween H20, or Halloween Water. We'll put it at Halloween Water. This one had a very great story. I'm not going to complain about any of the characters. All the characters did a good job in this movie. It's just, the thing that ruined it for me was the mask. And the mask is that bad. It put it at number 4. And another thing with the movie is just it took place in California. Even though the movie was shot in California in the first one, it's just like, I wish they would have had it in Haddonfield or somewhere like a Halloween-looking town. That was my only complaint with the movie, honestly. I do like Joseph Gordon-Levitt in it when he, like, first off the beginning, even though he didn't have too many lines, he stole the liquor and the whatever beers, something I would do. His death was cool, a skate to the head. Other than the mask, the CGI mask was the worst thing I've ever seen. It was worse than Resurrection's mask. It was just that bad. That's why I put it number 4. It would probably be at number 2 or 3 if it wasn't for the mask. But anyways, number 3, Halloween 2, 1981. I put this at number 3 because I do love this movie, but I don't think it's as good as number 2, and I'll get to that. This movie starts off how Michael falls off the ledge and he runs away. Well, I mean, they don't show him running, of course, because he never runs, and he's just gone, and he's into the middle of Haddonfield, and he's chasing after Laurie, and he has a reason now, and that's why it got worse for me, because now that he has a reason to kill, he's just going after Laurie, because it's his sister. And I know it's not John Carpenter's fault. People force this movie down his throat. He still did a good job with it. It's just that's why I'm happy that this new Halloween 2 is coming out this year, because I want to see it without it involving, siblings and relations. The mask was very good. The kills in it were very good. Donald Pleasance, again, does a great job. I like how he blows himself up, and Michael Myers, just to stop him from killing people. I really think that's a big sacrifice. I do like that. I do love one of the best scenes in all the Halloween franchises, where Laurie shoots Michael in the eye and the blood is just dripping from his mask, and that is just a beautiful sight to see. I do love it so much. And the funniest scene in the movie is when Ben Tramer dies. I literally can't stop laughing when he's in the middle of the road and he just looks, and just pause it frame by frame when he gets run over. It is hilarious. Me and my friend can't stop laughing whenever... I'm laughing right now thinking about it. That is the funniest scene, even though it's not trying to be funny, but it is. It's hilarious. I do recommend it. This movie was very good. It's just the sister thing bothered me, and something about it. It's not as good as the second one. I don't know. I'll get to that because I'm about to go to number 2. So don't complain at me yet. I'll get into number 2. Number 2, Halloween 4. The Return of Michael Myers. I think that's what it was, Return, right? I don't know. I don't care. I put this at number 2 because I love the feeling of this. I do believe that this is more of a Halloween feel than the original. And you guys might get on my ass for that, but there's more trick-or-treating, there's more pumpkins. The opening scene to this movie is the best one in all the franchise, where it's just the open field, and there's all the Halloween decorations, and it's just you get goosebumps watching it, because it is very a Halloween feel. The problem I have with it is the mask, and it starts off with the Thorn trilogy, even though it really doesn't have anything to do with the Thorn until the ending, which I do respect, because Halloween 4 was great on its own. The way Michael dies in this one, I wish they would have ended it right there. Maybe, they could have done Halloween 5, but the way Michael died in this one, I don't see how anybody could come back to life. And that's why the Thorn had to come into the picture, because of the ending. Jamie does a great job in this movie. Donald Pleasance does a great job. Rachel does a great job. Michael does a great job, even though the way he walks... I mean, the way he walks is fine. It's just the way that his shoulders are up and you can't see his neck. And it's just basically his head to his shoulders. And that bothered me so much. But other than that, the kills were great. The characters were great. The feeling of the movie was great. That's why the feeling of Halloween 4 is so overpowering. That's why I put it at number 2. Because when I watch it in Halloween time, I don't, I put my phone, I throw it to the side, and I'm glued to the television when I put this on during Halloween time, because it has that Halloween feeling. It's just so great, and I love the spirit of the season. Halloween is my favorite holiday, and this movie just makes it so much better. And at number 1, you guys already knew this, and there's no suspense build up to it, and it's just wow, what else would be at number 1? Halloween 3. No, I'm kidding. Halloween 1978, the OG, the original, Nick Castle. Oh boy, how can this movie even be passed? Halloween is by far the best horror movie ever made. And honestly, throughout all my movies in general, this is probably number 4. Now, that's for another day to put my top 10 movies of all time, but Halloween is definitely in my top 10. I don't know if it's number 4, but it's definitely in the top 10. Halloween is just so good. I can just last week I watched it 2 days in a row because it is just that good of a movie, and it got even better the second time I watched it the second week. I've seen this movie, or the second day. I've seen this movie probably 100 times or more. It is one of the most watched movies I've ever seen. It is one of the most profitable movies ever made. Made on a $300,000 budget, made 9 million or something box office in the U.S. The music is the best horror music in any movie ever made, and John Carpenter made it in just a short amount of time, and it made the movie so much better. My nipples are getting hard just thinking about the music and the movie. Wow. Yeah, like Halloween, if I could put this even higher, I would, and everything else before it would just be, nothing. But, oh my God, the mask, the way he walks, the way he tilts his head, the kills, how simple it is just so great. I just love this movie. I might go watch it today again. I don't know, because I do love watching this movie. It is just so fantastic. Oh my God. If you guys haven't seen Halloween, you guys are watching this right now and you haven't seen Halloween, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. It is by far the best horror movie of all time. Texas Chainsaw, in my opinion, is second, the original, but that's a whole nother story. Halloween, 1978, John Carpenter, Jamie Lee Curtis, Deborah Hill, everybody that was involved, Nancy Loomis, Donald Pleasance. He's probably the best actor in this movie next to Jamie Lee and Nick Castle, but Donald Pleasance is definitely the best character in this movie. He does a great job at explaining how Michael, how he's just plain old nothing. He's just basically mass who just kills, and it's just so creepy that he's a 6-year-old boy, he just kills his sister out of the blue, and then he's in a sanitarium for 15 years, and then he escapes. He's looking out for the night just to come back and kill again, and I can't wait to see what they do in Halloween this year. I'm just gonna call it Halloween 2 because that's basically what it is. I'm just so pumped, and I don't know, Halloween is one of the best movies ever made. I don't even need to explain. You guys already know why this movie's good. It's just I love it from start to finish. There's no boring moment in the movie either. Like with every other movie, there in the list I put, there's some boring spots, but this one, you can just watch it. It is at the right amount of runtime. The ending leaves you questioning your life. Like, oh shit, that could happen any fucking where. The mask is just so incredible, how they just made it from Captain Kirk. I do want to remake a mask. I need to get a Halloween mask that isn't fucking shit that you see at the fucking store every Halloween. That one, I need to get one like that, but they're over $1,000. You have to pay for it. Oh my God, it is just the best horror movie ever made. And that was my list. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys liked my opinions. I know you guys probably disagreed with some of the positions, but you could agree with my opinions on the movie, though. I think that. But the positioning, I can see why you guys would disagree. That's my opinions on it, and I recommend go seeing the new Halloween in theaters October 18th or 19th. You choose, but I do recommend seeing it whenever it opens up at your theater, like the first showing, because that's what I'm going to do. And the theaters by me, they open up Thursday at probably around 7 o'clock, so that's when I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it in the Dolby surround sound theater, so I can just hear the music going through my ears. It's just going to be fantastic. Yeah, so go support them. It's on a $15 million budget, which I like. It's not a lot, and in my projections, I think the movie's going to make, I'm going to go with $60 million in the United States. That might be pushing it, but it might not be at the same time. And worldwide, it'll probably make $100 million, because I know it's very big foreign. And yeah, so I'm gonna give it with that. I'm gonna end it here, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope that I can do another Michael Myers video, because I love doing Michael Myers type shit. It's one of the best things I can do in my free time. Me and my friend only talk about the new Halloween that's coming out, basically, in basketball, because I love basketball too, but that's a whole nother day. Halloween and basketball, favorite things in life right now. Yeah, so I'll catch you guys next time.